What are your favourite moments in early jazz? Which emotions do they evoke? When I first got into early jazz as a teenager, the records that moved me most were the hot and fast ones. I remember listening to Midnight Mama by Jelly Roll Morton's Levy Serenaders and revelling in the blisteringly hot ensemble chorus at the beginning. I was so disappointed by the ensuing tempo change as the band dropped to a bluesy slow drag. Yeah, it was the hot records that inspired me the most. I just had to play that music. Years later, I still can't get enough of those records. But lately I've been reflecting on 3 of my favourite moments in recorded jazz. You know, the type that make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, even after you've heard them so many times before. Imagine my surprise when it occurred to me that these moments weren't necessarily the hottest. Each one does convey powerful emotion, just not necessarily the straightforward excitement of a hot chorus. Towards the end of King Oliver's first recording of Mabel's Dream, there's a change in the richly woven tapestry of the ensemble. Breaking from the band's usual evenly balanced sound, King Oliver plays a muted chorus that soars into the foreground, contrasting with the others rolling on behind him. Oliver's repeated high concert Fs command our attention like a clarion call, and he ends by playing one bluesy riff 6 times, varying it slightly each time for added contrast. While Oliver's mentorship of Louis Armstrong is often remarked upon, they rarely sound much alike. But in this chorus, we understand that the similarity is not in sound, but in impact. Oliver's measured yet commanding performance here achieves a majesty rarely equalled in jazz, except by his student. It's no wonder they called him king. The brief duet between Bessie Smith and Cyrus St. Clair on Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out is another exercise in contrast, but this time it's a dialogue, not a soliloquy. Listen to Bessie Smith at her most world-weary, alternately humming and singing. As she does, St. Clair's deep and resonant tuba intones a broad bass line beneath her. There's an obvious contrast in pitch, but the fact that one line is instrumental and the other vocal seems to melt away, as if each becomes more like the other. The complex emotional impact of this moment seems to stem from the way they complement each other, compounding and affirming the blues.
When you down and out, not one penny, and my friends I haven't any. I done felt so low. Nobody wants me round their door. Without a doubt, no man can use you when you down and out. I mean when you down and out.
Beautifully recorded at the Halfway House Orchestra's final session, Sidney Aridon's clarinet playing on Just Pretending demonstrates just how pretty 1920s jazz can be. Aridon's sunny tone and delicate counter melodies provide a filigree contrast with Joe Loyocano's alto sax melody, before cornetist Abby Bruni's leads the record to a close. All the while, the lightly simmering rhythm section gives off just the right amount of heat. Nobody's stomping here, but nevertheless, it's hard to keep your foot from tapping. Aridon's clarinet playing isn't the bluesiest, the hottest, the most virtuosic, but somehow he imparts a glowing optimism few others have achieved.
Just pretending you love me.
Early jazz is built on contrast. It's complex music, with independent lines that weave between each other to form an ensemble sound, and inspiring performances from individuals and groups alike. Yet its simplicity can be achingly beautiful. It's worth taking the time to feel the full breadth and depth of its emotional pull.